over 700 people. They'll usually shift in and out, and then my guides will line up 4 or 8 people in a row. So right now, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start calling out a couple of names that I'm getting, and wait for the first person to step forward. Whew. And somebody's making me very nauseous. So extreme cancer, advanced stages, went faster than expected. And she's making me really sick. Who recognizes the mother energy that passed through the cancer, meaning mother or grandmother? All right, so I'm going to leave her for just a minute until I get a name or they make me feel who it goes to. Advanced stages, already in later stages when found out. The time frame was given from the doctors, but she got taken sooner than expected. Who recognizes that? Perfect. So I'm feeling her step in first. And she's making me feel the cancer spreads through the system, found out in advanced stages. You understood all that? Perfect. So I'm starting to take her. And that's a maternal energy to you, honey, meaning mother or grandmother. Do you understand? I'm sorry? Okay, because she keeps saying, that's my daughter. Perfect. But you can still have a grandparent that raised you that looks at you like a daughter as well. I was just being told maternal energy. Okay? Perfect. She's the one you were hoping for? She said I was the one she was waiting for. That's how I know. Okay, I'm going to have her come stand here. All right, I'm going to have to take my time with her because she's making me really sick to my stomach. Do you understand it? Do you understand why she's saying to me that she didn't get checked out as soon as she should have? Or they already found it in later stages? I know she makes me feel like she knew that she wasn't feeling like herself and that she shouldn't have put it off. Do you understand? And then by the time they found the cancer, it was already in the later stages. Do you understand it? Do you have to oh, I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead. It was already in the later stages, okay? She takes my breath away a little bit. That's how I know it spreads through the system, and then it goes into the lungs as well. Do you understand it? Because then she's not only making me feel the breathing complications, but I get sick to my stomach, and I feel like it takes over the entire system, because that's why she was studying spreading. Because I can have someone who passes a cancer, and they'll make me feel if it stays stationary or localized. Like if somebody has brain cancer, then they'll make me feel localized. That's why she was making me feel it started to spread through the system when I was all the way down there. Do you understand it? Perfect. She's been gone for quite some time. Because she's saying to me, I've been gone for years. That's how I know. It's just her way of validating to me that it's more of a recent passing, that it's not longevity. Do you understand it? Perfect. And it's okay that you said December 18th, because then she might have said December 12th to me. She just makes me feel like it's a long time since she's connected to you. This is your first time talking to her? Yeah. That's why. Because she keeps saying, it's about the first time I've been gone a long time. Meaning she feels like it's a long time because of the connection, but she was saying to me just a few years. That's how I know it's more of a recent passing. Do you understand it? Because that means 3 years or less to me. Perfect, good. So she kept making me say, it's been a while since I talked to her. So it's just because she was saying both of them to me at the same time. Does that make sense to you? Perfect, good. All right, so I'm going to have her come and stand just in front of me because I want a little bit of a stronger connection with her, and then I'm just going to let her talk to you, okay? But she makes me feel like this is the first time she has a chance to talk to you. She makes me feel very excited, and she makes me feel like I'm going to hug you. It's just her way of making me feel the closeness. Do you understand it? You had a chance to say goodbye to her, but not the way you wanted, because she said to me, she needs to know that I know everything she said to me, but it wasn't like the way she wished it could have been in the end, because I wasn't there to really give her anything back. Do you understand it? And then she makes me feel, it's okay, honey. She's coming and standing just beside you, okay? But she makes me feel like I'm not fully vocal, and it's her way of making me feel that she didn't have a chance to say everything to you. Do you understand it? Okay. Who else knows her here? Because she's saying to me, it's not just for her. Perfect. And how are you connected to her? Okay, perfect. Because she keeps saying to me, it's about all of them, and I feel like it's only about half of you sitting here. That's what I had to say. So even though she directed me right to you first, and it's just because your hand went up, it's her saying hello to all of you. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. She keeps saying to me that there's a gentleman by the name of Thomas with her. Do you guys recognize that? And who's Thomas for you, honey? Yeah. No, she keeps saying to me there's a gentleman named Thomas. Is your name Thomas as well? And who's the person in your family that has that very first name as well? Okay. Who's the person in the older generation in your family that has the very first name that you do? Because she keeps saying to me there's a gentleman by the name of Thomas that's with her, and they keep making me feel like it's a connection to him, and his name is Thomas as well. It just means he doesn't know the whole genealogy, and someone's trying to validate to then maybe pull somebody through for him because of his name being Thomas as well. It just means they're using the opportunity. So I'll just wait and see if they step in. That's all it is, okay? But they're saying that to me very clearly. My guy keeps saying, I feel like it's at least 4 generations back, so I know someone else in his family has that exact same name as far as the namesake. That's all it is, okay? But you don't know all your genealogy? Okay, that's what it is, because my guide said it's because he only really knows up to the grandparents. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it's just their way of me feeling one of those older generations stepping in, so then there might be someone that pulls through for him as well, okay? So I'm just going to wait for it. Do you recognize it? Okay, perfect. Okay, so you understand it. Okay, perfect. So I'll just wait and see, and it's probably just them trying to get my attention, but I feel like we're going to start here first. Now, if I come to you next, then that's wonderful. I might end up going to somebody else and then maybe possibly coming back. I'm just feeling him just behind her, and it's just because you guys are sitting in this group setting. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it just means that I'm feeling family members from your generations as well, okay? But I want her to just have a chance to talk. You were vocal in what you had a chance to say goodbye to her, because that's why she was saying to me, I have to pick up where she left off, just because he was stepping in and getting my attention. But she makes me feel like you had a chance to actually say the words to her. Do you understand it? And it's her way of saying that it's like she wasn't really there, because I feel like she's just between levels. I know she's in the process of passing. I know you're there in the end with her. Do you understand it? Because she's making me feel it, okay? She has me laying in the bed, so I feel the relaxed state, and I'm starting to see the white light. So what's going to happen is she's going to show me her crossover. She's going to make me feel her presence with you in the last connection. She's going to talk to me about the things that she didn't have a chance to say to you, and then I'm being told she's actually going to show me who met her on the other side. Okay, wonderful, good. All right, she's wearing my system down. She's making me feel that there has to be some kind of supportive oxygen because of the breathing complications. Do you understand? Because she's making me feel my system shutting down. And she's saying to me, even though everyone was there to visit her just before the passing and then leading all the way up until the end, not only did she hear your words, but she heard other words that were spoken to her. But she makes me feel as I lay here, not only am I not fully vocal, but it's like she's not really there because she's in and out all the way up until the end. And then those last few days, it's just the process of her body shutting down. Do you understand it? Okay. And who's the one that either got or thought about getting the tattoo? Because she's making me touch my arm. You have it? You thought about it? Okay, good. Because when they do that and they make me touch my arm, it means either you've gotten it recently or you're thinking about getting it and she knows that you're thinking about getting it. Do you understand? Perfect, good. So it's just her way of validating that she knows that you're going to do that in honor, and I feel like that's not the only thing. Do you understand it? Perfect, good. Are you gonna... She makes me feel like I want to talk to you. Who is she to you, honey?
I am taking her brain.
Okay, perfect. I think it's her way of making me feel the watch over the children as well. Do you understand it? And you take care of them? Perfect. Okay, that's what it is. Because she kept saying to me, I need to talk to her too because it's about giving thank you. And then I just waited for her to make me feel why I wanted to attach to you. Do you understand it? Good. So I'm asking her what else she wants to say to you. Even though it's her way of saying hello to all of you, she keeps saying to me, they all need to know how much I appreciate not only everything they did all the way up until the time I passed, but everything that's happened since the time of my passing. Do you understand it? And not only is it her way of giving thank you to all of you, but she makes me feel like the direct message goes to the daughter, and that's okay. It's just her way, and I can feel the peaceful wings in front of her chest. It's her way of not only validating that she's at peace, but it's her way of letting all of you know that she loves you as well. Do you understand that? Okay. But she says to me, I need to talk to my daughter. So she makes me feel like she wants to give the words that she didn't have a chance as far as having that last goodbye with you before she actually transitioned over to the other side. Because they're making me feel like they released her soul pretty quickly, and that was also the time frame, meaning she didn't last as long as they expected as well. Do you understand it? Because when she was making me feel the suddenness, it had to do with the doctor's timeline that was given, that she went sooner than everybody expected. Do you understand it? Perfect. So not only sudden for you, but sudden for her as well, meaning in her mind she thought she had more time, and you guys thought you had more time as well. And she makes me feel like she fought. Do you understand it? Like she fought with everything that she could. And sometimes that can be physical through treatment, sometimes that can be emotional, mental, sometimes it can be the combination of everything, okay? She just makes me feel like she's trying to battle this. It's already in the advanced stages by the time she finds out, and she keeps saying to me, I know they always wondered if I would have gotten checked out and if I would have taken care of myself if something would have been different. She said that's why I needed to bring this up, because my daughter has always wondered that. Do you understand it? Let her know that I'm at peace. I've been shown things would have still been the same. So it's her way of giving you comfort that it's okay. Do you understand it? Okay. Because she keeps saying to me, it's one of the questions I needed to answer for her because I know it's been on her mind. Perfect. Good. You've been feeling her around you, honey? Because she's saying to me, I try to visit her as much as I can, and I know she feels me. That's how I know that you're sensing her in spirit. Do you understand it? So I just want you to try to, anytime you have that, even if it's just for a few moments, whether it's in the car, whether it's at home, I just want you to try to acknowledge that you're feeling her and say hello to her. Do you understand it? But she's saying to me, I know she knows when I'm there. I know she feels me. And I know she's trying to say hello to me in her ways that she can. Do you understand it? So it's her way of knowing and giving you not only the signs that she's been with you in spirit as much as possible, but it's also her chance to actually say that she knows that you're recognizing she's there. It's her way of saying hello as well. Do you understand? Perfect. Good. She's very... She makes me feel very gracious, not only for the opportunity to talk to you, but just that I'm having the connection with her right now. And not only is it about just her love for you, because she was making me feel like you feel like it's been quite a while since you've had the connection with her, even though she was making me feel like she hadn't been gone for a while. Do you understand it? Perfect. But she's saying to me, I have just a few more minutes with her, so I just want to try to get anything out of her that I can. But she said it was important that my daughter knew today that I'm at peace and that I love her, and I wanted a chance to tell her that I'm okay, because I know I can see that she still worries. You worry about her, even though in your heart you feel like she's with God and she's in heaven, you worry about her. Do you understand it? Perfect. So it's just her recollection to me and making me feel that there's that worry still. It's just her way of letting you know that she wants you to let go of it. But I think not only is it because you feel like you didn't have the full chance to say goodbye to her because she didn't have anything to really say to you in the end because she couldn't, as far as the vocalization, but also no one really expected her to go as soon as she did, but yet you were still kind of put in the position to at least have your goodbyes. Do you understand it? Perfect. So that's why she's taking her time and she's explaining everything to me, because she's making me feel not only the emotional attachment between the two of you before the passing, but the emotional attachment that she's had since she's crossed over to the other side. And that's why she was making me feel the transition. And she has a mother that was passed before her, because she keeps saying to me, my grandmother was there. Who's the grandmother? Perfect. Perfect. Good. Because she keeps saying to me, tell her the very first person I saw was my grandmother, and then I feel like there's a father energy that steps in just beside. Perfect. Do you understand it? Wonderful. So it's just her way of validating to you that they were the ones there to see her. Okay? Because my guide said, and then I started to see their faces, grandfather, grandmother. It's just her way of validating that there is still a maternal energy here watching over you as well. Do you understand it? Perfect. Because they're trying to make me feel the generations between, okay? She's saying to me that she's the very first person she saw. I can feel her walking into the white light, and I can feel her step in front of her, and I can feel them embracing. Do you understand it? It's just her way of giving comfort to you as to who was there to greet spiritually, because you guys were saying goodbye on this plane, okay? Because she wants you to be able to understand that she's at peace and that she has that release of not only everything she suffered with, but all the pain she went through as well. Do you understand it? Perfect. Tell my daughter how much I love her. I know she misses me. I know she feels like it hasn't been the same since I've been gone. I know it was hard for her to say goodbye to me, but she needs to know that I heard the words that she said to me. I would have given anything in that moment to say everything that I wanted to say to her that I didn't have a chance to. Do you understand? Okay. Please let her know that I'm at peace. Tell her I'm happy. And tell her I'm not suffering anymore. It's nice to be out of the pain, but I know how much they wish that I could still be there with them. Do you understand it? Perfect. Okay, good. So she's making me feel the release of the pain. It's just her way of making me feel that she's complete and she's one with God, and their soul is set free on the other side, and that all of that is completely gone, okay? She's, this is what I'm going to say to you, honey. She's so loving in her words to me for you, and it's just her way, because she wants you to know that even though you don't have the connection with her, like as far as her being here physically in this plane, that she's doing everything she can to connect with all of you in any way possible, okay? So I just want you to continue to try to make the connections with her, watch for any signs that she's giving you, because she keeps saying to me, tell them not to count me out because I'm still going to be there. It's just her, that's what she's saying to me. It's just her way of being vocal to me that she wants you all to know that she's going to continue to share in your lives as much as possible. Do you understand it? She's saying to me, I know there's so much more I want to say to my daughter, and I wish I had more of a chance, but they're saying to me that my time is going to be up soon. So I'm just asking her if there's anything else that she wants to give. She said that you were just hoping for the connection with her today, just to find out that she's at peace and just to have a chance to connect with her more than anything. Do you understand it? Perfect. Good. She keeps saying thank all of them, and I feel like it goes to the three of you. Okay? Tell them how much I love them. Let them know that I'm safe and that I'm happy. I wanted them to know that I'm at peace, and I'll continue to be with them in any way that I can. Perfect. And she's starting to pull her energy out, okay? So I'm going to see if I can get anything else from her before she leaves. This is what I'm going to say to you. I know she didn't finish the conversation with you, and I feel like there's more personal things that she wants to give guidance for about your life, but I kept feeling the personal wall a little bit. It just means she wants it on more of a personal time frame. Do you understand? But I know she gave everything she could in the minutes that I had with her and in this type of setting. Does that make sense to you? Perfect. Yeah, she's starting to pull herself out. I'm gonna see if I can get anything else really quick, okay? And then, oh, I'm so sorry. And then I'll see where else they're gonna take me. So she's pulling her energy out. I have two gentlemen and a male I have two males, two gentlemen, and a lady stepping in next. So I'll wait and see who they are and get to them in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and move my chair away from the speaker.